Well, hello everybody. This morning I drove down to very near Dorchester for a meeting of flower farmers and florists and the gentle launch of a flower hub for local growers to use to sell their flowers to florists. And here in the UK there are a few people running really efficient hubs, but nothing near here in sunny Somerset. So I was fascinated and thrilled to go and see what Zana Hoskins and her colleagues have been doing for the Southwest growers. And I will put the links to all websites and everything that you need in the blurb for this. I'm not going to say them out loud in case I get them wrong, but I'm going to put the links in the blurbs. So if you're a grower in the Southwest and are interested, it might be great for you. If you're a florist and you're in the Southwest of England and you're interested, it might be great for you. But equally, they have funding to roll this out nationwide. And so in the next few years, there will be hubs popping up all over the country. So if you'd be interested in helping in any way or engaging with the process, do get in touch with Zana, because it would be great for us all. It would mean that we can all grow more, better quality, fewer varieties, because it'll be a way for our florist colleagues to be able to buy lots of varieties from one place. And over the years, I've always felt under pressure to grow a lot of different varieties so that I have everything that my clients might want. This way, I'm going to be able to cut down the number of things I grow and grow what grows really well here at Common Farm and take it all to one place to sell it. I'm sure that my business will not flip overnight and become wholesale only through this place near Dorchester, but equally, I am also sure that as time goes by, I will definitely avail myself of, if not particularly this one in Dorchester, if there's one that launches a bit closer to me, or, I'm very glad it's happening, and I'm sure a lot of growers and florists will find it extremely useful. And, we're growers, we're not, we're business people who like to evolve, and the movement of artisan growing around the world has exploded in size and energy in the 15 years that I've been involved. And this is yet another brilliant idea by a brilliant grower, which will help make it easier for both growers to find a market and get their stems out there, and for florists to buy from us. So do have a look at this. Zana, it's a great little interview and I hope you find it very interesting, and do look at the website, sign up, get involved. Off we go. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, press the bell icon, and we'll tell you when we've got more clips coming up. And if any of the tips and tricks we give you along the way are useful, you can always buy me a coffee, or better still, join my club, where, for example, this clip will go up with some exclusive extra content, no ads, and on Thursdays we have live chats in 3 10-week terms through the year. So there's a lot going on in the club, which I know that people find very, very useful. And I'm sure we'll end up talking about this hub there sooner rather than later. Right, on we go. Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm on tour. I have gone down to Dorset. I'm near Dorchester with Zana Hoskins, who is an amazing specialist grower of foliage.
Yes.
And many other things.
Yes.
And has set up a hub where we flower growers can sell directly to florists here in the Southwest. And she's going to tell us a little about it,
Yes.
Zana.
Okay.
First of all, can you tell us who you are and a bit about your business, and then we'll get on to the hub.
Yes, so I'm Zana Hoskins, and I run my foliage farm down in West Dorset over near Lyme Regis. I've been doing that for about 10 years. I started out as a flower farmer, started out with my annuals and my perennials, and then gradually moved over to the foliage. Always planned to do the foliage, but it takes a while to get to the point where you can harvest it. But also have found, probably along with a lot of other growers, that the routes to market was a difficult thing. So obviously I have my regular customers, but I needed to find a more reliable route to market.
And so you have built...
Yes, the Flower Grower Collective. We're the group of growers up in Scotland, so we have come to the same point at the same time, and we began talking to each other and say, well, we've got to try and find a route to market for the growers, but also to make it easier for the florists.
Yes.
Because the florists, the lovely florists who want to use our amazing product, have to go around to a gazillion different growers and millions of WhatsApp messages and all the rest of it in order to be able to get what they want, and it's a real pain for them. But now, using the website, which you can sort of see here, there's only one page that you can see here, but I won't try and scroll through.
What's the website called if
it's
people
called
want to
Flower,
look it up?
well, it's the Southwest Flower Grower Collective here.
Okay. Yeah.
In the southwest in Dorset, and then it's the Scottish Flower Grower Collective up in Scotland.
I will put links to all of this in the blurb so you can check things out and have a look at the websites.
Yeah, but you can't look at the shop unless you have registered as a customer, because we can't have people just coming. It's a wholesale only model, so we can't. So we need to make sure that we, at the moment, the other thing, a really important thing, is that we can't suddenly supply a load of stuff, because for small growers only have small plots. We have found, actually, by talking to a lot of the UK growers, that actually a third of those UK growers have got more space that they could expand onto, but they just haven't got the confidence in the route to market. So it's a sort of a shimmy, supply and demand going up. So we can't have a ton of florists coming onto the website, buying everything out, or looking and going, hang on a minute, I haven't
taken the lot's mine.
Or I can't get 1,000 stems of cosmos,
yeah,
and being disappointed. And at the moment, 1,000 stems of cosmos is quite a lot of cosmos to find.
Yeah.
That's not to say that we won't be able to do that in the future, but
I think, though, from what I've had in the past, is I have, like you, I deal with my local event florists. Quite a lot of florists come to me for various things. And the thing that they tell me again and again and again is that the reason they come to me for detail rather than quantity is I can't. I mean, I can do 100 white roses, but I can't do 500 white roses. And lovely Caroline Redpath, who you will know because I talk about her and interview her, there's a clip with her. So she's here today, and she needs 500 roses at a time for those big fleur provocateur weddings. So people like Caroline or Tatty Rose or any of those big florists, they need real quantity, don't they?
They do.
And this is going to make it possible.
It should do, yes, but it is definitely a chicken and egg situation.
Yeah.
So we've got to make sure that the growers feel confident enough to plant up those spare acres that they've got, because actually there's a lot of farmers out there who are growing. So it is definitely a chicken and egg. But yeah, you were talking about Caroline being here. We've got this lovely gathering of florists and growers today, and it's
I was thinking in the car on the way down, what do you call a gathering of florists and flower farmers? You call it a collaboration.
A collaboration, and that's what it is. Yes, so this model is very collaborative.
Yeah.
We are looking for a bit of feedback. We're not going to pin everybody down so you have to come to weekly meetings or anything freaky like that. But occasionally we might ask the florists to come to a Zoom and say, listen, this is what's working for us and this is what's not working. But it's a model that we're hoping to. We've actually got government funding to roll it out. Next year to 5 hubs across the UK, and then the following year 10 hubs, and then gradually moving to hubs across the UK. The organisation, the Flower Grower Collective, is not it's an asset locked company. It's a company limited by guarantee, but so we're not looking for profit. But each hub, the profits from each hub will go back into that hub.
Okay.
With a percentage taken from the florist, 10%, grower, 10%. Contributing to the operation of the umbrella.
Because it's a lot of work, and I always, that's what I think is, we as growers, it's time consuming and also headspace. My brain is designed as a flower grower, not as an administrator. And the florists, their heads are designed as creative designers, not as administrators. And so the administrative part needs to be properly paid so that you get somebody who is neither a grower nor a florist, but is brilliant at that work.
And is a detail person.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we need. I'm in that role right now, and being a slightly more creative type, I'm finding it a bit challenging. I'm hoping that I will be able to hand that on, I think, to somebody who's more detailed focused, and that's, you know, we need those people too.
Absolutely.
We really do.
And so you're going to, what I like is, as a grower, I like to be given very strict parameters within which I can operate, because it makes it simple for me. It doesn't cramp my style. It makes it easier for me to make a living. So what you're going to do is very specific. My stems of Physocarpus need to be 75 centimetres or you're not having them.
No.
They must be stripped properly or you're not having them. So that when I deliver 100 stems of Physocarpus and somebody else delivers another 100 stems,
they're the same.
Then Caroline Redpath can buy both 100 stems for her 200 stems. And so we all...
From one website. She just goes on to the website between a Thursday evening and a Monday lunchtime. And she can order from all the different growers. She can see which growers she's ordering from, and she can see how much quantity she can get. But she can also see that there's 3 different suppliers of Physocarpus Diablo, for example, and she can buy all of that stock if she wants to, and collect it from one place on a Thursday morning, having everything being delivered the evening before by the growers.
I think that's amazing, and I think so this hub is in just outside Dorchester, so it's an hour and 3 minutes drive from me, so it's quite far, but if I were shifting my whole stock once a week, I can pack the van. Fabrizio, who loves nothing more than listening to a podcast, can jump in the van, bring it all down here and come back. That means I can harvest once a week. It makes my time much more efficient. And I think a lot of people get into flower growing because their dream is to be very creative. But actually, if you want to make enough money, what you need to do is grow a bit of volume of not 250 different varieties of cut flower and foliage, a bit of volume of maybe 15 varieties. And that's the bedrock of your business. That's where you pile all that in, send it down
but also
here.
You cut it on one day with a cut list that's been generated by the website. We're using this brilliant website at the moment. It's a kind of pilot. It's called Open Food Network. So it's actually a short supply chain platform for food producers.
Works very well
and
for
it's
us.
Just rolled out for flowers. But it means that it's already... It functions really well. So the cut list arrives on a Monday afternoon. You know what you're cutting. You cut on a Wednesday morning or a Tuesday evening, and then that's it. You're not dealing with a gazillion different WhatsApp messages from florists saying, "Have you got a mini? 10 of those and 15. What's that size? And what's that? What variety is that?" And then you have got time to do your creative stuff.
Yes, and also I can say to people when they ring me up, because sometimes, I tend to get quite booked up. So, this week, Thursday and Friday, I really lot to do. And it means that if people ring me up and it's a bit lastminute.com, I can say, without being rude, actually ping over to the hub and you'll be able to find what you're looking for. And so that's another question, will there be a minimum order from florists?
So at the moment, we considered having a minimum order. We've not done that this year, and we're not doing that next year. We might, going forward. It's a bit of a suck it and see, and that's why we're looking for collaboration and feedback from growers and florists, so that we can create something that works for everyone. Because actually it doesn't work if a grower is having to travel 30 miles with one bunch. So in some ways we need to have a minimum order for the growers, so that they don't have to because at the moment, if that does happen, I give them a call and I say, "You probably don't want to come, do you?" And they're like, "No." So I then call the florist and I say, "I'm really sorry, but can we substitute with something else?" There's a little bit of that going on.
But that's where the administrative cost is. And that's where, if you've got somebody who's sitting in an office and that's their job to make sure that works out. But equally, if I'm supplying, say I fill in the form and I say I've got Physocarpus Diablo, I've got white roses, I seed them, I've got, whatever I've got. And it's quite a nice long list. But I do have a handful of this or a handful of that.
You can put 10 stems
I can put it on, because it's worth me bringing it here.
You can put your 10 stems
and somebody will want that 10
So we'll be selling in 10s, and you would, as a grower, you would go, I would probably do a Zoom call with you, and I would explain to you how you upload your product. You have a photograph, you put it in, you put this, you know, how many stems you've got, you put the stem length, you put a bit of a description about what it's, you know, it'll last brilliantly out of water if, you know, whatever. And then you upload your product onto the website by a certain time on a Thursday, and then it all goes.
Susanna, is this live now? Can
Yes,
anybody join?
It is. Anybody can join. A florist, a wholesale florist. You need to show me your business card. You know, I need to know that it's not, you know,
that you're functioning.
Because we can't be undercutting our florist customers.
No.
So we can't have retail customers coming to us. It's got to be wholesale.
Okay.
So as long as you're a florist, you can come and be a customer. I put you on the list. You then make an account with Open Food Network, and that's it. Literally, you can go and have a look and buy.
As a grower, can I put myself on the list?
You can't put yourself on the list straight away unless you contact me, and I can then give you a call and I can find out, you know, what you got.
I love this. There's going to be proper accreditation, so that you're going to check
for quality.
You're going to give me parameters within which I need to work in order to be part of your cooperative.
Yeah, and there is going to be quality standards. I don't mean to, you know, I don't think I would be able to be really fierce and horrible to anybody, but I think I would be able to be clear enough to say, I'm really sorry, that's not in cracked bud, and we need it to be in cracked bud because it's got to be consistent for our florists. And that's not white, that's pinky white. So I'm really sorry, but that's not going to do.
Yes.
White is white, you know, all those things. So there needs to be a certain amount of me being there on a Wednesday night, or the admin, whoever is. So this is the point, is that there will be an admin for each hub.
Yes.
So somebody like me who says, that's, I'm afraid, not good enough quality, send it away.
And you're having your collection date for your... So the florists collect from here.
On a Thursday.
Let's imagine this is the hub. Okay.
This is the hub, actually.
This is the hub. But, so I would deliver Wednesday morning.
Wednesday evening. Or afternoon.
And all the florists come on Thursday morning and collect. Because most of them are collecting for big wedding work, which is what I've always told everybody for the whole time I've been working in this business, is that at least 50% of your business will be wedding work, whatever you do. And if it's not wedding work, then your florists are going to be buying from you, because the people want flowers in their houses at the weekend, not on Mondays. But that is fantastic. So I'm a bit nervous. I think you're going to come and look at my quality of my stock and you're not up to scratch.
Really kind, actually, Georgie. I promise you, I'll be kind. And also, we will be offering training.
Yes,
that's the thing. So rather than it being kind of a reactive kind of, oh, that's not good enough, we would do a kind of, okay, hop on a Zoom in February.
Yeah, and let's
talk through, not just with one person. We're not going to be like identifying, picking people out, but just offering people a kind of, okay, here's what you would expect as a florist to be buying. You would expect it to be bunched in tens with elastic bands, one down the bottom, one halfway up if it's a long stem, maybe wrapped in paper if it's thorny, with a label on it saying what it is, you know, that kind of thing. It's just like, this is how you would do it, strip the stems, condition properly.
Which is really brilliant when you've got a lot of, particularly new growers, and we need more growers, guys. We need more growers. There are not enough growers, so get into this business. But equally, if you're a keen gardener, and you think, oh, I've got that, you know, that acre and a half corner of, you know, used to be a pig field, I could do that. But you don't know what florists want because you've not worked with florists, so it's really, really helpful to have that kind of...
And actually, if you could get some experience with a florist as well, you know, either an event florist or a shop florist, that's another thing, is to make the distinction between those two products, because an event florist needs big things with loads of movement and kind of, it might last out of water, or
and they're a bit more open.
More open, exactly. Or if somebody's doing a funeral, they want open, you know, flowers. But a shop florist needs them 50, 60 centimetres minimum, lovely and straight, skinny stem, generous top, you know, and then they can put them into a bouquet really easily. So it's a different, you've got to know your customer, really. And if you can get experience working with a florist, that really hugely helps.
I think that's really, really important. Really important. Wow, Zana, what an exciting morning.
Georgie, thank you so much.
Well, for a minute I thought I had a meeting doing something else, and I was like, oh no, I really want to go to this. And then that meeting's until October.
Great that you could make
so
it.
I'm here.
Really brilliant.
It's really nice. Well, I have to say, it's very nice for me in that I've seen loads of students of mine, as have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really nice that they're all doing so well. Yes. And here we all are talking to... and my customers are here and my students, and so there you
and
are.
probably your suppliers as well to some extent.
Yes,
You-
absolutely.
yeah, you know.
And so it's a collaboration.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much,
You're
Anna.
welcome.
I'll put all the details for everything in the blurb.
Brilliant.
And
Yeah, lovely.
thank you.
You're
On we
welcome.
go.
All right, lovely.
Bye.
Bye.